All right, Alessandro, welcome to the show. How are you doing today? Thanks for being here.
I'm doing great. Thank you. And thank you for actually letting me be part of it.
I was so excited to have you on, especially because your expertise is in a space that I feel like a lot of people want to know about right now, which is just AI and how it relates to the job market. And I wanted to start here with just asking you what the job market looks like to you right now and how it's changed maybe over the past few years in your perspective.
I'm going to start with something that everyone can actually see. So that
Yeah.
the job market, it is tough. Right now, it is actually tough. So it is since 2021 that we didn't have a job market as the job market that we are seeing right now. Meaning that currently we have more job seekers than job openings. And
Right.
it is since the pandemic that we didn't actually see anything like this. So first, it is tough. I'm not gonna lie, it is actually tough. And second, how did it change also during the last like 10 years? It changed quite a bit, meaning that like if you actually see also how you apply to actually job and which are the things that you should put inside your resume has changed.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go back 50 years, your resume would have been just a one pager with I've been to this company and this company and this company. That's it.
Right. Very simple.
Extremely simple. And then we actually started thinking, well, no, I want to actually know some more about your role inside those companies. And then we started asking, well, no, I would like to actually know which are the accomplishments that you have done inside those roles. And right now it is, no, I don't really care about that. This is the job opening. Tell me everything that you have done that directly sync with what we are asking for. So now it is extremely specific. You need to actually be extremely precise on how you are a good fit for that opening.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I think the resume model, you're right, has changed a bunch in the past 10 years. And now it kind of feels almost like your resume is like an AI answer engine for what these companies are looking for, right? They can like type something in, like I need somebody who's had so and so experience, and then maybe you'll come up or something like that. Are we kind of moving to a world where the traditional resume is going to be kind of extinct soon, and what do you think is going to replace it if so?
Well, so that's where we are actually going also with Hello I, meaning that so resumes are out there since 500 years. 500.
Long time.
Yeah,
Long time.
quite a long time. So, and sticking everything that you are inside a two-pager, it is tough, and maybe right now it is not the right answer. So what are we actually doing? It is really creating a platform where you can even talk with the platform so that the platform knows everything that you are and everything that you have done so that you don't have to repeat it every single time for 100 times, and you don't have to actually stick everything in just two pager so that then when there are job openings or when there are employers out there that are looking for someone like you, they don't have just your resume. They do have a full bunch of our other data that can make them feel that you are the right fit. So, do we
Okay.
think that in the long run the resume are gonna go? Definitely yes, which is a
Okay.
good thing.
Yeah, no, that is a good thing. I think it's far more attractive for employers, but also for potential employees and people applying for jobs that they don't have to exactly like fill out everything in that sheet anymore, or they don't have to like submit a resume cover letter. They could just maybe have their profile speak for themselves. I know especially I have a huge vendetta against Workday. Every time I've ever applied for a job on Workday, you got to fill out everything even though you uploaded your resume. Oh, it's like hair pulling.
It
So it
is.
would be
It is.
nice to get to a phase where we don't have to do that.
Definitely, it is, and it is not just only fill in, like you actually just mentioned on actually Workday, but what you should do right now, it is really looking and reading the job description line by line and then thinking of everything that you've done and then building a resume every single time for that specific job opening. It's
Right.
time consuming. It is hard to actually do. And you don't have the time to actually do it because you actually do know that out there are hundreds of others that are looking at the same job desk. So you actually need to actually be quick.
Right.
And so that's no question why right now 75% of the people, they hate looking for a job.
Yeah.
It is obvious.
Makes sense.
And so that's why we created a platform where you don't have to actually do it. The platform, it is gonna do it. You just need to actually input everything that you are inside the platform. Again, also just talking to the platform, and then it is gonna be the platform that it is gonna read line by line, and it is gonna take everything that you have done and then created every single step of the way for every single job opening. And if there is something that the platform thinks that you do have a gap, it is going to ask you. Maybe there is something that you didn't tell me. So tell me more about this point. And so that, again, it is just a one time that you need to actually do it. And then it is the platform that it is going to do it for you forever. And that's kind of bringing back the excitement that it should be there for when you're looking for a new role, or for then when you're working your current role. I mean, it is mind-blowing that it is not just the people that are looking for roles that are frustrated, but also currently half of the workforce, they are not happy with the current role.
Yeah.
It is a nonsense. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to actually bring back that excitement of looking for your new role, of working your current role.
Here's what blows my mind. Most people are sitting around waiting for their boss to give them a raise, while millionaires are building income streams in their spare time. Entrepreneur and creator Marina Magilko cracked the code on this. She built more than 10 income streams that now pull in over $100,000 a month. She shared the secret sauce with our team, so now we're sharing it with you, exactly how she did it. This guide gives you practical step-by-step strategies you can actually implement. So just pick just one income stream from her guide and watch what happens. Stop what you're doing right now and grab it in the show notes 6 months from now, and you'll be glad you did.
What do you think is wrong right now with how companies pick talent and how they hire, and how do you think it can be fixed?
Well, so currently they are flooded with resumes.
Yeah.
And so many of those, again, they're not answering to the job desk. They're not answering why they're a good fit. So they will or need to actually spend so much time in reviewing all of those, or they would actually rely on ATS system to actually first pick and choose which are the good ones.
Sure.
So ATS systems right now, they're not as smart as we actually think. So they are going to miss out. And then second, when it is going to land on the lap of an HR or a hiring manager, well, again, if they do have 100 resume that the ATS system has sent to them, well, 100, it is a big number.
Yeah. Right.
There is no way that they can go through every 100.
Right.
So again, we actually need to actually fix that. How we can actually fix that? It is having something that is smarter on top of the ATS system. So something that it is not looking, as you mentioned, at keywords. You can't screen based on a keyword. You should need to have something that is on top that it is going to choose based on a semantic search or based on what they actually have seen that the expertise are going to fill in what the job desk is and what the company is and what the team that person is going to work in, if it's going to be a good fit or not. Those are the things. And we can do it. And we are actually building it so that you can really screen by the top the ones that are a good fit with the job desk that are a good fit with that company, that are a good fit with a team, which it is going to be a massive thing for candidates, because then they will land roles where they are really a good fit and they can be happier inside that roles. It can be a massive difference for companies, because having the best fit inside that seat, it means everything for a company. It means that their growth, it is going to change. It means that they can actually plan with that candidate in the long run. It means that they can have a career plan for actually that candidate. That's where we actually should go. And
Yeah,
get rid
I
of
agree.
words and then everything that it doesn't mean that that person is a good fit. Having 100 keywords in there, it doesn't mean that it's a good fit.
Right. And having that kind of holistic view, if you're a company, of a candidate, or if you're a candidate of a company and what it is like to work there, I think is very valuable for the job search. And the thing I wanted to talk about lastly here is that AI has disrupted the workplace in many ways. It's made a lot of things easier. However, some people and a lot of reports circulating around indicate that AI is a big reason for a ton of layoffs and a ton of people losing their jobs and whatnot. I like where you're coming in with Hello I, because it seems like it's on this new frontier where AI may actually help people get jobs. And I think we're kind of turning the dime on that. When do you think AI, if not already, will become super beneficial to the job search and to people actually getting jobs? Do you think it's going to net out in terms of the disruption versus the kind of rebound?
I am a strong believer that you should start using AI right now. Because yes, it is true that we are losing some of the jobs due to that. But if you know how to actually use it, you will find your next role. Because so that the way that we actually do see AI is that it can really give you superpowers. What you could do in 2 hours, maybe you can do it in 20 minutes. So you can accomplish a lot more in a lot less.
Yeah.
But if you're not gonna start using it right now, you will miss that train. It is like when we actually had the first laptops that were coming out, that everyone was actually thinking, well, we are gonna all lose our jobs because laptops are gonna do everything. Well, not really, and we actually have seen it. But the point is that if you weren't starting using laptops and you were still using paper and then pencil, well, the people that were using laptops, those were the ones that were hired. If you still use paper and then pencil, that's going to be a problem
anymore.
So start using it. Start using it, and you will see that you can achieve way more things in less time, and so that you can also be hired more easily because you do know how to actually use these new tools.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think I've heard it from a lot of people, but it definitely rings true that if there is a new technology, you know, even if you don't like it, right, the best course of action is to learn it, know its capabilities, know how to work with it, because at some point you're going to have to for work. So that's completely correct.
Totally, yes. I mean, I come from the finance space, and right now I don't know anyone in the finance that doesn't know how to use Excel.
Right, of course.
If I do speak with actually my dad and I ask him, do you know how to use Excel? He would be, what is Excel? But now he is 84, so he is right that he doesn't need it. But right now you actually do need it. And right now you actually do need to start using and start learning how to best use it for your current role, for your next role, for everything.
Yeah. Well, Alessandro,
Even
thank
if
you
you
very
don't
much.
like it.
Yeah, even if you don't like it. That's the big one. Well, thank you very much, Alessandro. I very much liked our conversation, at least. Thank you very much for being here and for chatting with me. And good luck to you in the future. And we'll be in touch soon.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Okay, that's going to do it for us today, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the Hustle Daily Show. We're a proud part of Hubspot Media. Our editor is Robert Hartwig, and our executive producer is Darren Clarke.
We've got a ton more tech and business coverage in our newsletter. If you're not subscribed, go sign up at thehustle.co/email and follow us on Instagram at thehustledaily. We'll catch you later.